Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by hills and streams, there lived a young boy named Arjun. He was bright, curious, and always eager to learn, but deep inside he carried a heavy burden. He often felt that he was not good enough, that he didn't have much value compared to others. Whenever he tried to express his thoughts, people around him would sometimes dismiss him or laugh. This left him feeling small and unimportant. One day, Arjun's father noticed the sadness in his eyes. He knew that his son was struggling with doubt and a lack of confidence. He wanted to teach him a lesson that words alone could not explain. So he called Arjun and said, "My son, I have something important for you to do. Take this stone with you and go to the marketplace. Show it to people, but remember, you must not sell it. If anyone asks for the price, do not say a word. Simply raise 2 fingers and return home." Arjun was confused but curious. He looked at the stone. It was ordinary in his eyes, just a simple rock. Nevertheless, he agreed to do as his father instructed. The next morning, Arjun went to the busy marketplace. Vendors shouted to sell their goods. People bargained loudly, and children ran around. He stood in the corner holding the stone. After a while, a woman selling vegetables noticed him and asked, "Boy, what are you doing with that stone? Do you want to sell it?" Arjun remembered his father's instruction. Without saying a word, he simply raised 2 fingers. The woman laughed and said, "2 coins for that useless stone? You must be joking." She walked away, shaking her head. Arjun felt embarrassed, but he didn't give up. Soon a man selling fruit came by. He saw the stone and asked, "Is that for sale?" It looked smooth. "Maybe I could use it as a paperweight." "How much?" Again Arjun raised 2 fingers. The man chuckled and said, "2 coins for a stone? That's too much. I wouldn't pay even 1 coin for it." He left, leaving Arjun feeling even more disheartened. Arjun returned home and told his father what had happened. He felt ashamed and said, "Father, I did as you asked, but no one values this stone. They all think it's useless." His father smiled gently and said, "Very well, my son. Tomorrow take the same stone to the jeweler in town. Again, if he asks the price, do not speak. Just raise 2 fingers." The next day, Arjun took the stone to the jeweler's shop. The jeweler was polishing precious gems when Arjun approached him. The moment the jeweler saw the stone, his eyes widened. He carefully picked it up, turned it over in his hands, and examined it closely. Finally, he said, "Where did you get this? This is not an ordinary stone. This is a rare and precious gem. I could easily pay 200 gold coins for this, maybe even more. Will you sell it?" Arjun's heart raced. He remembered his father's instructions and quietly raised 2 fingers. The jeweler gasped, "Only 200? I will take it immediately." But Arjun shook his head and left, returning home with the stone still in his hands. When he reached home, he told his father everything. He was astonished and asked, how could the same stone that seemed worthless to the vegetable seller be worth so much to the jeweler? "I don't understand." His father smiled and said, "My dear son, this is the lesson I wanted you to learn." The stone did not change. It was the same, yesterday in the marketplace as it was today in the jeweler's shop. What changed was the eye of the beholder. Some people saw it as useless, while others recognized its true value. The same is true for you. There will be people who will not see your worth, who may dismiss or underestimate you. But that does not mean you are worthless. Your true value never changes, even if others fail to see it. You must not let their ignorance define who you are. You are like this gem, precious, rare, and full of potential. Tears welled up in Arjun's eyes. For the first time, he understood. All those times he had felt small and unworthy were not because he lacked value, but because he had been showing himself to the wrong people. He realized that he did not need everyone's approval. He only needed to understand his own worth and surround himself with those who could see it. From that day on, Arjun carried himself with confidence. He still faced challenges, and not everyone appreciated him. But it no longer hurt him as before. He knew that just as the jeweler recognized the gem, there would be people in life who would recognize his true worth. And more importantly, he himself now believed in it. As he grew older, Arjun became known not just for his talents, but for his kindness and wisdom. Whenever he saw someone doubting themselves or feeling unworthy, he would share the story of the stone, teaching them the lesson his father had once taught him. Your value does not decrease because someone else fails to see it. Know your worth, for you are far more precious than you think. And so, the boy who once doubted himself became a guiding light for others, reminding them that each person carries within them a rare and priceless gem waiting to be discovered.